Hi everyone, and welcome to your monthly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the month of August 2022. If we haven't met yet, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you're always up to date on the advice that the cards have for you. I'll be doing 7 card readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Amethyst, the Borderless Rider-Waite-Smith with Tiger's Eye, and the Classic Rider-Waite-Smith with Obsidian. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. If you're drawn to more than one, that's fine. Your message might be a combination. And you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, there are timestamps right below this video. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, first of all, I hope you had a great July or are having. There's still a week left. And I'm optimistic for you because the Sun card fell out while I was shuffling your deck. So, you know, there's a lure of optimism before this reading has even begun. So, let's see in your present energy. Well, this is nice. So, like, the first vibe that I'm getting from these cards with, you know, a new path opening up to you, a checkpoint that has been reached, it's okay. Like, I'm tempted to just say don't put so much pressure on yourself. Maybe one of the 4 remaining cards will contradict the first vibe that I'm getting, but it looks like for now, given where you are at this moment in time, it looks like a new path is opening up to you, and that's cool. And in your past, okay, so I have a, with the 10 of Wands reversed, we have a feeling of unburdening yourself or taking something off of your shoulders, which is always nice. And, okay, I'm not sure what this Knight of Swords represents just yet. Let me just pull the 2 advice cards here. Okay. There's an overarching theme that is coming throughout with these 3 cards in particular. So I am these 2 court cards I'm reading as different aspects of yourself. And this is a warning that whatever you feel you are juggling now, that you've taken something off your shoulders, and you are feeling like you're juggling. You might either be feeling that you're still juggling too much, or maybe it was a refusal to take something off of your shoulders, actually. I'm still not sure if this is framed correctly. That's why I've been subtly moving your cards around group 1. Please forgive me. I'll focus on that, and then I will be able to focus on your reading. This should be perfect. That's as good as I'm going to get it. So, here's the thing. This Knight of Swords reversed in your incoming energy is I have the feeling that you're going to have an opportunity to slow down, and I think that this should be a good opportunity for you to think about it. Instead of juggling whatever it is that you feel you're juggling right now, after having reached this checkpoint and having a new path open up to yourself, this might be a time to reflect and to ponder your choices instead of trying to juggle them right now. This is coming through, like the aspect of the Justice card that's coming through to me right now are the scales that are that he's holding right here. There are only 2 cards in this deck that have scales in them. One is the Justice card, the other is the 6 of Coins. So, yeah, this 2 of Swords combined with the Justice card, especially combined with the Knight of Swords reversed in your incoming energy, is I think the overall vibe for you for this month, group 1, is that now that you've reached this checkpoint, it might be a good opportunity to slow down and reevaluate like what it is that you want to do, how much responsibility you want to take on your shoulders. And there might be someone in your network with wisdom to offer. Actually, okay, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing myself say this, but I kind of feel obligated in order to be of best service, all right? Because there are two main things that the Hierophant card represents. It represents mentorship, it represents tradition. So, depending on which one vibes the most for you, this could be meaning that there is someone or something or a resource around you which can offer some insight and some wisdom that you can turn that you can turn to for guidance with these decisions that you're pondering or this choice that you have to make. But I would encourage you to take the time to do it and not put so much pressure on yourself to go for this month, Group 1. The other interpretation of the Hierophant is tradition. So this could be a reminder to not feel that you have to reinvent the wheel and to lean more on the tried and true methods, which may or may not be imparted by someone. But yeah, honestly, this reading is pretty clear. Let me just see if I have more to... Like, honestly, no matter what this Ten of Wands reversed represents in your past, you still managed to reach this checkpoint and to open up a new opportunity for yourself and to graduate to this new level of opportunity or this new level of operating. So I would, be happy with that. You only have 3 reverse cards in your entire reading. This is very optimistic. You had the sun jump out while I was shuffling for you, Group 1. So all in all, don't be too hard on yourself. Take some time to take your foot off the gas and really reflect and ponder the decisions that you feel that you have to make. This might be also an invitation to, like, maybe the Justice card is more literal than I initially gave it credit for. This could be like when you're pondering whatever, when you're weighing your options. Something to consider might be, what is the right thing to do? That it could be that simple for you. But all in all, congratulations for you on reaching this checkpoint. And I have the feeling that, you've been through a lot coming through here. So just, take some time to enjoy, to really make sure that you progress in a sustainable way. All right, so that is it for you, Group 1. Please use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card readings. I will have a quick announcement to do at the beginning of that, but I'll see you there, Group 1. All right, Group 2, while I was shuffling for you, the Queen of Wands reversed flipped over. So we will see what role that has to play in your message, if any. And I hope your month of July is going great. And let's see how I can help you have an even better month of August. So I see right now in your present energy, The Five of Wands is one of these cards that's ambiguous by design, but the chaotic nature of it is undeniable. So it might be that the chaos in your present energy is making it difficult for you to establish this transformation and this rebirth. And I'm reading the 5 and the 8 of Wands as being related here, with the Death card reversed in the middle. I've been doing a lot of 3-card pulls on TikTok, so I am getting quite used to just getting an initial vibe of 3 cards here. And I have the feeling that things are happening quickly, and it might be the chaotic nature of everything that's happening right now for you that might be interfering with the process of death and rebirth, or transmutation or transformation. So let's see, coming into this, okay, that's funny. The Hangman is literally the card that comes before the Death card, and they're both reversed. So it could be that there's a dual meaning to the Hangman. One of them is looking at things from a new perspective. The other one is surrendering yourself to something bigger, and the clarity that comes with either one. So that could be, and not to finger point at you, Group 2. Don't worry, that's not what these readings are about. But it could be that, difficulty in looking at the situation from a new perspective or to see the bigger picture might have a link to difficulties transmuting or taking the chaotic energies around you right now and using that to manifest the transformation that you're trying to manifest. So let's see in your incoming energy. Well, this is a relief. We have the healing and regeneration and balance of the star card coming for you. And oh, wow. This reading all of a sudden with these three cards became super simple and straightforward. So here's the thing. You know, the finger wagging that even I was concerned that I might have been doing by accident for you, group two. The advice cards for this is to you know, slow and steady wins the race. Never let your first initial attempts at doing something don't fret those initial mistakes and always use those. Like, never stop not stopping. Always, like the Eight of Coins, which is the card that I'm trying to vamp on this entire time. It's a card of slow, gradual improvement through repetition. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. And I think that a question that could be useful for you to consider for this month, group two, is this chaotic energy and this speed, I'm doing this with my hands so much, all this turbulent energy that is around you. There might be a way to channel this into something practical and long-lasting, which is what I'm getting from the King of Coins here. The King of Coins is a card of like, you know, it's a card of material wealth in any sense, but it's also a card of long-lasting practicality. So it's very similar. It's very similar to Capricorn in Capricorn energy in that regard, and it is surprising to me that the King of Coins doesn't fall there in the zodiac. But that doesn't matter for you right now, group two. So the thing is, I think that for this month, for the month of August, keep grinding. And I'm now noticing that you have 2 8s here. So there's a theme of advancement and of moving forward. And it's funny too, because the 8 of Wands is like very quick and swift. The 8 of Coins is very slow and gradual. They are not opposing suits. That would be the 8 of Cups. Well, it depends. Like, fire and earth are neutral to each other as far as elemental dignities, all right? So I got distracted by these 2 8s here, but the point that I'm trying to get at is think of the bigger picture and think of what is practical and also like sustainable with a capital S. Like, what you've built, you don't want to build a sandcastle, you know, that can get swiped away at the next high tide. You want to try to build like a fucking, you know, cathedral. And if you focus on that while continuing to get the reps in at whatever it is that you're doing, maybe the chaotic energy can be harnessed to help you finally transform and to see things from a new perspective that'll give you the healing and regeneration that comes with the Star card. The Star card is the card that comes right after the Tower. So, you know, after going through all this, you'll have an opportunity to come out of it like a better, stronger, more refreshed person. And the 7 of Cups reversed at the bottom of your deck has been silently nodding at everything I've said. I'm saying. I just wanted to point out that I literally have nothing. It literally has nothing to say that hasn't already been said in this reading. And I don't think that I have much more for you, Group 2. So I will thank you very much for watching. please use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I will have a quick announcement there, and I'll see you there, Group 2. All right, Group 3, let's see what the tarot has for you. I hope your July is going well, and I will turn over 3 cards for you now. Well, this is nice. So, amid the chaos, well, okay, these 2 cards are kind of contradictory in the sense that, well, actually, so we have 2 court cards versus the 5 of Wands. So we have 2 cards about patience and focus and 1 chaotic energy card. So I'm not sure which one is winning. However, speaking of things I'm not sure about, I just pulled 2 court cards, so I'm not sure which one is you, which one is someone else. This might be 2 different aspects of you. It's going to be hard for me to figure that out at this particular point, but I just wanted to point that out, Group 3. So let's see what we have in your. Okay, so it looks like your month of July, or at least the energy that you are coming in, that you are bringing into this reading, is one of abundance and creation and creativity. So that is nice. Let me take a sip of water. So I think that whatever you've created or whatever abundance that you've tapped into, I think that considering these 3 cards right here, the 5 of Wands right here is almost like an afterthought. It's difficult for me to elaborate on it because of the 3 other cards that are accompanying this. So I'm just going to throw down the other 3 cards here. So we have the 9 of Wands, we have the King of Cups, and oh, sure, you like, hey, yo, dog, I heard you like court cards, so I threw down a bunch of court cards. Let me just see here. All right, Group 3, I'm gonna have to stare at these in silence here, but you will not be privy to that. I'll see you right now. So since these 2 court cards are advice cards, I am interpreting them as appeals on how to look at the situation to prepare for this potential energy coming in. But I'm reading these 2 court cards as 2 different people. So to help identify which one is you and which one is the other party, I will describe these energies very shortly, but I'm going to give you the overall gist of what I'm getting from this reading. It looks like whatever has been created, whatever has been given birth to, metaphorically speaking, it's almost as if these 2 people are not focusing on the same thing. And the minor disagreement, because these are 2 court cards in the Pentacles, these are 2 people who are looking at the situation almost identically, but slightly differently. Like we have the 2 passive sub-elements of a passive suit. By that I mean earth of earth, water of earth. Earth and water are both the receptive elements as opposed to air and fire, which are more dynamic. And also, both of these are pentacles. And also, earth and water work very well together in the elemental dignities system. So, that being said, it's almost as if, for those of you who know music, when a chord is just a little slightly off key, that's almost more annoying than it would be if it was completely off key. I'm getting that kind of vibe between these 2 people, especially considering the court cards that they are. But this could explain the 5 of Wands here that I've been having trouble interpreting so far. So it's kind of like that, a metaphor in an a metaphor that I heard talking about astrology is that, when you can hear a fly in the room, and whenever you turn your head, it's like a fly flying right by your ear, and whenever you turn your head to look in that direction, you can't hear it anymore, and the fly's just disappeared. That kind of thing. And now, after all this preview, let me describe both of these energies. They're going to be very similar. I'm going to say very similar things for these two cards because patience and focus, definitely focus, is a major theme for both of these cards. But one thing is obvious: the queen has more patience and experience than the page. So the pages in general are about new paths. This is a meme on this channel by this point, but I read aces and pages very similarly. So there's a freshness and newness to the page of coins. So that might help you distinguish right off the bat which one is you and which one is the other party. But I'm still going to try to vamp a bit on this energy. So the queen of coins is a very patient and focused energy. She really takes the time to nurture that pentacle that's sitting on her lap, and all this abundance that's around her is kind of a fruit of the patience and focus of the past. I'm going to say those two words a lot, okay? So, bear with me. And here we have a different kind of focus. So this page has just gone from through all the pips from the ace all the way to the 10 and has graduated to this new level and is now like ready to take these lessons and harness it and focus it on something. But he's not quite sure what. So I just wanted to, hopefully those two pretty fucking similar yet a little different descriptions might help you distinguish this, because, and again, I'm feeling like this 5 of wands here is very minor, but just like my the metaphors that I use with like an off-key note or a fly in the room flying right by your ear, it can feel really annoying. So I just want to acknowledge that. Now, finally coming to this row, like I said, I'm reading these two court cards as ways to be, and I would consider that these two court cards apply equally whether you're the queen or the page of coins, okay? So the King of Cups is a the King of Cups is a card of emotional mastery. Like the eye of the storm, like you've literally seen it all in the realm of cups. So I have a feeling that what you're being invited to consider, group 3, is how all the turbulence in the emotions that you're feeling, there's a bigger perspective to look at this from that can make them seem smaller, and that can help you find your center and your calm and help you focus on there's that word again, to help you like focus that emotional energy towards something. So that's something to keep in mind. And also, you're being invited to see this from the perspective of a new student, as if whatever the fuck has been given birth to by the Empress here is an opportunity to learn. So whether you and the other party here can come to terms on what to do with the child of the Empress, I think that you to see it as a learning opportunity, while also dialing back the emotions and harnessing them in a given direction, with patience and consideration for the other person, because these two cards they fucking vibe together. For all sorts of reasons that I went into earlier, and I don't really feel like repeating. So yeah, if you look at this from as a learning opportunity, and just keep your emotions in check and recognize that your emotions are something that can be harnessed towards something productive, because if the 9 of wands here, I'm seeing it as a warning and as encouragement. So it can be a warning that if you don't figure it out with this other person, the month of August might feel like a really long month for you. And I don't want that for you. Now, the encouraging part is that you are capable of going through this. And I don't see, based on any of the cards in this reading, that the month is gonna throw anything at you that you can't handle. Like literally the only reverse card in your entire reading is this Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And if you've heard me talk about the Two of Wands, I think you can understand how I haven't said much of anything about it. It's basically, a choice. And a kind of glitch in a choice that you have to make, which has been the underlying theme of this whole fucking reading. So, honestly, I have nothing more to add. So, thank you very much for being here, Group 3. Please stay tuned for your Oracle card readings that are coming up right now. All right, so it's time for the Oracle card readings, and you will notice that I'm flipping the order. So I'm not sure what made me realize this, but the last one of these readings that I recorded, for you, it was the video you watched on Saturday. For me, it was a while ago. I haven't done these in a while. But when I flipped over this card, I couldn't help but wonder if the other cards that I had read were influencing my interpretation of this card. And that made me think to like flip the order. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to play around with the order. They're always going to be like from smallest to biggest for all sorts of practical reasons. And there's also another factor to consider. Over the next couple months, I will almost certainly acquire at least 2 more Oracle decks. So there's going to be some changes and merry-go-rounds on this. Anyway, that being said, Group A, your card is Acquisition. This is the Sun in Taurus. I would say that what I'm getting from this card is that this is an opportunity for you to expand what you have dominion over, so to speak. I'm like based on the readings that I gave, and based on the word acquisition and like these posh people looking at this, I'm not. Well, for some of you, this might be money, but that's not the vibe that I'm getting. For me, what I'm seeing is to enjoy the climb. Whatever ladder that you are considering climbing during the month of August, and that is probably fitting for all 3 readings that I gave. Enjoy the process and keep your eye on the prize. I think that if you make it to the top of the ladder, you will have earned it, and good for you, Group A. Group B, if your card is Leo, this is going to be a boring reading, but I'm going to try my best anyway. And your card is not Leo. It is the 7th house, relationship. Well, this is pretty clear. So I would take this as an invitation to, oh, geez, one of the readings that I gave was exactly about this kind of stuff. But anyway, the 7th house is the house of the other. It's the house of your most important relationship, almost always romantic, but not necessarily. But for you, Group B, because I did give 3 readings, I would say to maintain your relationships. Maybe if there are people that you haven't seen in a while, this might be a good time to reach out to those people. And what else? There was something else I wanted to say, Group B. What the fuck did I want to say? Relationships, 7th house. Just make sure that whatever you do for this month, to not put needless stress on relationships that you don't need to stress any more than you would, and to just take that into account. Group C, your card is the Abysmal. This is I Ching hexagram number 29. And the key words are danger, insecurity, overwhelm, unpredictability, hazardous conditions, dark emotions, facing fear, and courage. Given the readings that I just gave, honestly, Group C, the 2 words that are jumping out to me the most are facing fear and courage. There's a self-help book that I read decades ago, over a decade ago, called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. It's a very popular self-help book. And I think that this card is telling you, I'm reading this almost like the Moon card. Don't get discouraged by the things that go bump in the night. I think that if you turn and face those fears, I don't feel like reciting the litany against fear, which I have done on these videos before. But I think you will find that if you turn and face your fears and allow them to pass over you and through them, after you turn your inner eye to see where the fear has gone by, there will be nothing and only you shall remain. Jesus Christ, why did I go along with that? Anyway, the point that I'm getting at, Group C, is that don't let the fear get the better of you. And I think that if you tap into your courage and if you feel the fear and do it anyway, you will be surprised at how well things will go for you if you just move forward despite your fear for this month. And honestly, given the readings that I gave, I don't think, like, if any of y'all are feeling insecure or incapable for the month of August, given the 3 readings that I just gave, I don't think any of that is justified, and it's all in your head, Group C. Group D, your card is Merkaba. I have no... oh, wait, Merkaba is this. It's this shape. I'm clearly getting to know this deck, Group D, but I will read what... I'll read the text here. It reads, the frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. So I think this is a, wow, that was a mouthful. I'm trying to apply that to the readings. It's like what's making it difficult for me to interpret this card is the reference to Akashic inheritance. I'm not really into that Akashic record stuff and past lives and all that shit. It's best for me to operate as if that stuff is nonsense, which is what threw me off right here. But to translate that into my worldview and to apply it to your readings, and if you believe in Akashic records and past lives, you know, have at you. That's totally fine, Group D. But how I would interpret it is to really think back to all the lessons that you've learned to reach this point. And also, you might want to pay attention to different layers of reality, by which I mean your dreams, if you can remember them, and your the pieces of fiction that you might consume this month might have like some lessons that you can use to navigate the waters that you will have to navigate for this month. Do I have anything else for you? This is a really interesting card. I really like this shape, and because I've seen videos where people are talking about this Merkaba, which is why once I realized what it is, I remembered how they pronounce it at least. But there's really an aspect of looking at a situation from multiple points of view. In this case, I believe it is 8. And to really integrate that into the holy center right here. So if that resonates with you, I hope that last part was helpful. But just like try to really pay mind to all the coincidences that this month might bring up for you, and all the lessons that you have learned to make it to this point, Group D. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. And with that, thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great month of August. You take care. I'll see you soon.